Hi everyone and welcome to Vintage Digitals. You can see I'm on this very small screen of the Seiko TV Watch. Yes, we are finally reviewing the infamous TV Watch and we'll give it the full rundown and have a look at design, features. We'll also be giving it some marks and we'll be looking at what equipment do we need to get this thing running today. So let's start off with design and just look at it. You can wear this all day today and you'll be in style. Because of the LCD TV screen on the front, it gives it a rather clean look and the boxy appearance is well in trend. It has a size of 40 by 46 by 10 millimeters. Expect to have a story prepared because people will be asking a lot about the oddity on your hand, and yes, you can leave the receiver at home. But just for fun, if you were to take it with, you will have to set it up in the proper way to carry the TV watch, as the manual states. Receiver inside chest pocket, cable going down through your sleeve to the watch, and you're set. But what strikes me the most is the quality of this thing, and even though Seiko is known for this, the materials and finishing is impeccable. And this is kept throughout the exterior of the watch and inside, as well as with the receiver. You can tell that Seiko invested a lot in this, even in presentation, with a big box and comprehensive manual. Instructions are very well made with complex graphics and user-friendly descriptions of all the bells and whistles, so you don't get lost and make it very easy to use. Huge thumbs up for this. The whole setup runs on 2 AA batteries for the receiver and one SR920 battery for the watch. Going on to the features list of the watch, as you'd expect for this timekeeping part, this watch has time, chrono and alarm, no microlight. And I very much like the wide format of the LCD display for the watch. Very simple and straightforward. What else could you possibly need? And before we talk about the main feature, it is worth mentioning that you can also listen to radio by using the receiver, and since there is only audio, you won't even need a watch. Just turn on the receiver and switch to FM. You have the option of stereo or mono, which is nice. Now you have an oversized, by today's standards, radio receiving device. Now on to the main course, which is the TV feature. You'll need to rig up all the cables first. You have a cable going from the receiver to the watch, which snaps into place on the watch. Then you plug this into the receiver and now video is all set. You will need a set of headphones, and I don't have the original set, but any will do fine. You turn on the receiver, make sure the video switch is on and TV is selected. By the way, you have the option to adjust screen brightness via a dial on the back of the receiver. Now you're ready and can start tuning through the TV stations. You do have options in what frequency you are searching, but good luck finding a station. Now if you want to use this today, for whatever excuses you can come up with, you must remember that it works on analog transmission, and this has been replaced in most countries by digital by now. But what are you to do if you want to test one of these or simply just nerd out? Well, you would need one of these, and it is a video sender, which basically is a device that transmits video and audio signal over radio waves, much like television stations used to. The model I have is a UT66, which transmits on UHF channel 31. You can use other models as long as they transmit on a frequency that the Seiko can pick up. The setup is easy, and you basically feed a video signal to the video sender and it presto sends it over air for your TV watch to pick up. And here is a video from my window, but honestly you can barely realize what the image is. Colors are non-existent and it is a monochrome screen with shades of blue. No backlight or other means to see the screen at night. So quality is a very relative term here. Alright, before you think there is some 1980s voodoo going on inside the watch, and granted it was high-tech for its time, but nothing unheard of, we can break it up into 3 components. You have the timekeeping part, which is a totally separate module with its own battery. You have the TV part, which is actually a screen only on the watch. And you have the receiver, which sits in your pocket. In the 80s, many electronics companies made pocket TVs, but what Seiko ingeniously did was break away the screen from the receiver and bolt it into the watch. So all the voodoo sits on how they thought to break apart and then regroup these 3 components. You don't even need a battery in the watch for the TV to work, as the power comes from the receiver. Because of all this, the watch was featured in the Guinness World Book of Records in 1984 for being the smallest TV set. So let's have a look at the scorecard, and as you'd assume, this watch is the benchmark in collectability with the perfect score 10 out of 10. This thing is sought after by collectors and novelty fans alike, so don't expect to compete with watch aficionados only. It also appeared in James Bond Octopussy 1984 film, so movie fans as well will line up to snag one. Price-wise, it scores a 2 out of 10 as they are terribly expensive. A full set with box papers and all the hardware can run you from $600 to a bit over $1,000, depending on condition and the seller's willingness. It frequently comes up as a single unit for sale and you have better luck there, but for what it is, you'll want the receiver too. We'll give it a 6 out of 10 for availability, since at least one will pop up every other month on eBay. Condition is frequently very good as owners take really good care and probably don't even wear them. I'm sure that for many people, as it was for me, this watch is a big investment, so do take your time and stock a few on eBay before pulling the trigger. If this watch wasn't interesting enough for you up until then, I hope that with this video I made you lust after one even more. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as I try to release digital watch related videos as often as I can. And I'll catch you on the next video. Bye!